I'm Joe.
My name's Ted Stroud.
Travis Owls.
I work in nuclear insurance in the city.
I'm a personal trainer.
The thing is, I'm not even employed, so how do I say that without just being... I'm unemployed.
I'm an amateur boxer.
At the weekends, I am a semi-pro football referee.
Unemployed Ted Stroud likes to just run everywhere, do crazy stuff that hurts.
Hardest thing I've probably ever done is get into a boxing ring. You need to have a strong mentality to be able to do that. So pushing myself is just all I want to keep doing.
Yeah, you do get a lot of shit as a referee, obviously. You end up with some pretty horrendous stories, to be honest.
Are you watching, referee?
On July 9th, we're doing the Snowdon 24, a 24-hour relay race up and down Mount Snowdon. Mount Snowdon is the tallest mountain in England and Wales, so it's quite an undertaking we've got ourselves in for. Does that make sense?
There's 3 of us in the team. It's the first time this event's ever happening as well. On the Clanberries route, I think that's it. Yeah, Clanberries route, there.
Snowdon 24 is a 24-hour extreme physical test of human capability.
As a team, we'd like to do 10, which gives us the same altitude as Mount Everest. I was the one who pulled the short straw and was going to do the 4, and then the other 2 are going to do the 3, but you never know. You're on a mountain, things change. Just got to run.
The beginning is quite a lot steeper than I was expecting. So that's going to be more of a power hike. You don't want to burn out with all the running. But then this bit here, which looks to be a good amount of the track actually, you can probably get a pretty decent jog on, make up the time there.
All tough, except from literally the bit down in the distance that you can kind of see behind me. All of this bit is relatively flat. The minute you hit round the corner, that's when it starts getting a little bit more uphill again. 3/4 of the way up, there was just rubble, and you had to sort of find your footing on the rubble. We're apparently, a couple of people just said, it's a 10-minute walk for the rest of it. So, little 10-minute hike up, and then we'll be sweet.
Hello!
Hello, Emily.
Oh, and Emily! Hey!
We're nearly up.
We've
got that far to go, and then we're there.
It was difficult, but I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good, optimistic.
It's 100% doable. After the first one is just how we go for the second, third, and then 4th for you. But it's going to be a good 24-hour race.
It's just mental grit from here on, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't
100%.
matter how fit we are, it's just crack on. Crack-a-lacking.
I'm Joe. I work in nuclear insurance in the city. And at the weekends, I am a semi-pro football referee. Refereeing in the semi-professional game is very rewarding. I really enjoy going out there on the football pitch and providing a quality service for 22 players. Footballers enjoy a referee that looks after them a little bit, talks to them, and that's why I do it really. I mean, it gets me out of the house, gets me talking to people. What do I want to achieve from Snowdon 24? Just the testing myself throughout a whole process of, 4 or 5 months of training, preparation, and then putting myself through, hell really, for 24 hours. And to know that I can do that, because having not really tested myself physically to the absolute maximum of my capability before, am I even capable? We won't know until July, but that's the goal. Snowdon 24 is on the 9th of July, which is a huge date for my family and I. It was the date that we lost my granddad, unfortunately. Had some doubts about the challenge in January, but when I found out the date, I knew that I have to do this for myself and for him as well. No, my granddad was just the most amazing man. I know everyone would say that about their dead granddad, but worked so hard for his family. I always used to be on his shoulders, so many photos. So yeah, he was my best friend. He was a lifelong learner. Like, he just had this thirst for education. Even in his later years, he was training in botany. Like he just had this passion for plants and flowers. Just such a curious mind. He was diagnosed with cancer in 1995, prostate cancer. And they essentially, the only cure was just to remove the prostate and hope for the best. And that essentially bought him enough time to meet all 3 of his grandchildren. And I think, you know, to be diagnosed with cancer in your late 40s and know that there is no cure, you know, there's nothing we can do apart from take it out and hope for the best. And then in his later years, you know, to know as a 55-year-old that you will die and you will never see any of your grandchildren grow up, you know, as a family-orientated person, to know that and to know you don't get to retire with your, you know, the love of your life. I mean, there can't be any greater pain in life. But then still to be so positive, like even in his last couple of years, the photos and videos of him with like playing with us and taking us out places and like me on his shoulders, because I think it would be so easy to just shut off from the world, to disconnect, and there's no one I would have rather ran up and down the mountain for.
So on the morning, the nerves had started to kick in.
I've got all my kit in and the water. It's actually too big.
There was excitement and nerves. We could all see that as a team. But getting in the car and on the way was when it really started to hit home what we were about to do.
Obviously the event, it kind of took over all of Llanberis really.
Challenge number 1 of the day.
There was a respite area based at a local football club.
I specifically asked them to put you on a football pitch for natural habitat.
Here we are. Well, I brought 3 whistles as well, so we can all have a great time.
Start just running around going.
I did a little development session. Excuse me, your tents are closer than 2 metres.
Straight red card.
It was weird. I got into bed and I was like, oh, sweet, time to sleep. I laid there for about 10 minutes. I was like, there's no way I'm getting to sleep. I fell asleep about probably 1:45, 1 o'clock.
That's not bad.
Woke up at 4:45.
Okay, that's not
I
great.
was like, I'm not sure about that.
It's getting very real now, Ollie. Very real. I'm walking in here and seeing those absolute machine guns of human beings. And then this little innocent little Essex boy gonna come attack on the biggest challenge of his life. I've got my beetroot pasta, chicken spinach. This is like super, it's like steroids in a box really. We're gonna win. With that alone, we're gonna win. They've got nothing on us. They may have been to prison. They may have served in the army. What have I done? I went to private school and boxed up my pasta. Game on.
So the main events village where the start line was and where the crossover was for each leg was a 5-minute walk from the respite area.
They said 5 minutes, it felt like a 10-minute walk, just straight down alongside the road.
So it was just long enough to have that sense of anticipation and those nerves building as you walk down the main road. And then the start-finish line and the general race area was set near the mountain railway. From there, the race trail took you out of Llanberis very quickly and up into the mountains.
Are you nervous, Joe?
Am I nervous? A little bit, yeah. It makes you more nervous actually seeing it.
I know,
seeing the mountain range.
There's the start.
There's the start. There's the win. No, I am nervous, yeah.
Excited nervous or shitting
Excited
yourself
nervous. No, I'm not shitting myself. I might be in about an hour because I actually need one.
Yeah. We are the rookies, aren't we?
We are the rookies, but it's fun, isn't it?
But everyone's got to start from somewhere.
And we've got silent mentality and they haven't. So.
Bang. Fact.
How are you feeling, Travis?
Nervous. I've been nervous this whole time. Yesterday we were picking up shopping, I was nervous.
He was freaking out.
I was.
Picking up the shopping.
I just wanted to put my hood up and just like, Today, to be fair, I'm not too bad. But the minute you start going, that's when I'll be bad again.
That's when I'll be calm because I've started.
Yeah, you would have been alright, and then it would have been me here, waiting at that changeover point. Like, where do I put the tracker? Where's it going?
Where's it going?
Where's it going? But that'd be alright. A whole night I couldn't really sleep, but when I woke up, I was nervous for sure, just because I didn't know how or what to expect. And it was sort of helpful to have Ted, Joe, and John, Ollie all around just to sort of help and let go of the nerves a little bit to calm down.
Oh, mate, take a photo like this because I look super tall.
Do you want to be like rubbed in or do you want to be like a ghost?
I want to be rubbed in.
Okay, I'll rub you well, mate.
Thank you.
Worry.
See, that's the thing. I'd much rather my friend just rub cream into my face than me get burnt, so...
Right.
Nice one, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. I'm really fucking pumped now. We got 12 minutes until...
so because I didn't actually do it...
12 minutes until the safety briefing. And then 27 minutes until the start. I want to average like 15-minute miles, which on flat road is the easiest thing in the world. But up and down a hill, that's a whole nother ball game.
The biggest fear is definitely just your head. I've done challenges like this before, and you go to like dark places in your head. When you're so exhausted and in so much pain, you know, you're not even halfway there yet, like, you really start to doubt yourself. The anxiety comes in, and that's the scariest bit. Not even so much the actual like race, it's just the thoughts that go through your head when you're hurting. That gets dark. That's the scariest bit.
It's time to go, boy. You're not in Kansas anymore. Let's go, boys. Cheers, man.
The first ever Snowdon 24 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know, I think when I was younger, especially at school, I really didn't do anything. I'd just sit, game, I'd play cricket once a week. And that's not exactly the most physically demanding sport in the world. And I just felt like an absolute bum, to be honest. I never had any motivation to do anything. Like, anxiety would get really high. And then it just so happened that I read this book called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and it just really struck a chord with me. And it's basically just talking about how no matter how you feel, you've just got to go through pain and suffering. And if you go through pain and suffering, then your brain expands, like you grow. If you're in a situation where you feel like you can't do anything and you're really struggling, but you give yourself no option but to drive through and carry on, then you expand as a person, you grow stronger. As he says, you put calluses on your mind. And I think I started running in 2019. I did my first marathon, and I got really into it. I was training so hard every single day, and I just started to feel a lot better, a lot clearer in my head, just a lot more confident with myself and my abilities, comfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable. And I'm not saying that like I'm a beast now. I've got a lot of learning to do still. I just remember how I used to feel when I didn't push myself and I didn't feel good. So now I've found that I actually have an alright ability at putting myself in uncomfortable situations. I just want to see if I can push myself through struggle and come out on top.
Come on, Ted! Come on, Ted! Let's go!
Ted's first leg was really exciting. Obviously we knew we had the trackers and we knew it would ping at each checkpoint. But again, we didn't know how long this would take or what it would look like.
He's way quicker than he needs to be. He's 2 minutes a mile faster than he needs to be.
Where I live is just flat. Essex is just dead flat. Yeah. So they can't build you for this, can they? Sorry, I'm a little of a rush. Turn around here. Oh, we just turn around there.
John. Yes. You pinned me. Of course.
What? I'll try not to.
I think we knew going into it, it would come down to the muscle overlap, if you like. You know, if you have worn out your muscles going up, how many of those muscles does it feel like I'm using on the way down?
On the way down, he was just hitting checkpoint after checkpoint so quick. So when he got to the bottom, he was there 10 minutes earlier before we expected. Ted, stop running so fast, would you? Ted, why are you running so fast, man?
Travis, so Ted's coming in a bit quicker than we thought.
Yeah, which is good. But at the same time, dreadful.
He's moving at speed. Race director's getting a bit stressed. Hey! Hey! That was mental. Mate, you look good. Thank you. Always look good, mate. Always looking on top form.
Heading out to lap number 2. Here we go. Our next runner is heading out. Keep safe. Good luck. Have a good run. Looking very, very strong. This is Team Summit mentality. Well done, guys. Congratulations to you. Our Essex team heading out to lap number 2.
On the way up, you can't run as much as I estimated. Okay. A lot of it you have to walk and like charge a lot more. But I was just like, I'm going to keep moving at like a good angry pace on the way up.
Do you want to take that back?
Yeah. Cheers. I just moved at like good angry pace on the way up.
Okay.
And then just fucking glided it down. I'm not even joking. As soon as I started to get the pace down, it was like all the pain went from my legs, and I just couldn't stop smiling. I hit this like absolute runner's high. I've never hit it like that before. I was like laughing. I was literally going down like, this is the funniest thing I've ever done. It was so far. I was fucking singing "Take Me Home." People started joining in and everything. Take me home, country road, to the place I belong. Oh, it was so good. That was actually unreal. I feel so much better than I thought I would.
First team of 3 down, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Naughty.
Yeah, you were in 2nd or 3rd on the way up. Yeah. On the way down, you just blazed past.
That was unbelievable. That was actually like the best thing I've ever done. I'm actually on such a high now. I'm so buzzing. I could eat everything. I've got pasta, guacamole, spinach and beetroot. Fairly healthy. Does it taste good? No, not at all. 1 of 5 fruit and veggies a day. Blueberry pancakes, orange juice. Time of our lives, mate. Blow for the way back down. Power. Oh, I don't know, I want yogurt. Oh. Sick in my mouth and then just spat it all out onto the chair. Did you get that?
Yeah.
I got to the top and then on the way back down, I was just like, I felt like I was like flying down. Yeah. About 4 times I did actually nearly just fall off the edge. Oh, I nearly died. I nearly died. Like, I hit a rock and it was like, and then some woman was like, oh!
It's like NPC, just like,
ah! It was like that. Oh no! And there were so many people I'd be running behind, and then they'd get confused about where to go, and they'd just go, ah! And then I'd have to run around them.
No, that's
Bag.
What time?
Can you do my arse as well?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. I've been on my own sort of fitness journey over the last couple of months now, and I got introduced to TED through a friend of a friend. When they mentioned it to me, I was like, oh, Snowdon 24, that seems really interesting. It's something like right up my alley. And I was thinking about joining myself, and then they offered the position to be a race coordinator, and that sounds slightly better than running on your own for 24 hours. So I was like, I'll take the first step in becoming a race coordinator instead of actually running for 24 hours straight. I've never been a race coordinator beforehand, so this will be the first time, making sure everyone is healthy and happy, well, as happy as they can be, like 24 hours into running. Food, kit prep, most important is probably nutrition, and keeping an eye on everyone, making sure everyone's like not dying. But I was stuck in a rut for the last couple of years, like COVID, post-COVID, in a job that I didn't particularly enjoy. Working with my fitness has helped my mental health like massively. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes from just the day-to-day stuff to like the long-term stuff, like general body image, feeling better about how I look and everything like that, to just like if you're having a shitty day, you go and blast out a 5 or a 10k, and even if it's not a great time, you just feel like you've got something done and you feel good. Fitness has made a huge difference for my mental health.
Travis's first leg was crazy. Obviously we thought Ted had done well and made good pace, and Travis just kept hitting the checkpoints. And we were sat there in the camp thinking, like, there'll be a point where he slows down, and that point just never came.
Here we go, Team Summit are in at the end of their second lap.
That was insane. The minute you hit the top, the rest goes like that. You hit the top and then you're gone. And on the way down, I was like...
It's lovely on the way down.
Yeah, and on the way up, I was like hands on my knees. My back went so early. My hands were on my knees, I was like, trailing past. I went past like 7, 8 people on the way up. I was like, every time, stop, have a, like, not stop, but like, go, you alright? How's it been? How you finding it? I'll see you soon, mate. Well done, power through. And they've all said the same, awful. Like, it's a test. But like that kick when you hit the top, and then you're like, right, time to go down. And then you're jogging through the people you saw coming up with you and you've just gone past. It's insane. Thank you. I've got a proper buzz, proper. And I've still got to do it another 2 times. 1,450 calories.
Nice.
Done.
Good man. Good man.
I was chatting to a couple of ladies up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were, there you go. How many times you been? I went, this is the team second. She goes, your team's been up it 2 times and I ain't even made it to the top yet. What time did it start? 12. I started at 11. I'm Travis and I'm a personal trainer. I was a very energetic child, so I started doing sports when I was very young. I found it was a good way of me putting my energy into something. Gave my parents a bit of time off. My nephew's now 4 years old, and I always get stories because he's very energetic. And then mum, sister saying, oh, he's just like you, and he's very annoying, and he just runs around constantly. So hearing those stories and them saying, oh, when you was a kid, you wouldn't sit down, you wouldn't sit still, and I still can't sit still. The whole time I was going in and out of people, I loved it. I loved doing that, where you just cruise through people. And a group of lads go, come on! Yeah, letting some energy loose is really what I needed to do as a kid. Still need to do now. How have we managed that? 3 lads who run in Essex.
Yeah, on the flattest ground in the world.
Like, one's a runner, one's a boxer, the other one's a semi-professional referee. We've got no right to actually be here. And we're 4th in top teams. When I was younger, my main sport was gymnastics. It was always my dream to become an Olympian, but when I was 10, I was told I'd never make it. So that was really heartbreaking to hear when you're so young. I remember going to secondary school and trying out for all the sports teams, but I was never able to make the squad. I remember this clear. So we were on the far back field, and it was a football match. Teacher didn't put me on the pitch at all. And then after the game, it was a bit kicking because everyone else got game time, and it was just me. So we walk it back to the changing rooms, and I remember 2 of the players coming over to me and saying, he didn't put you in the team because you're too small. I was like, surely he didn't say that. And they were like, no, that's what he said, that was his reason why he didn't put you on. That, like, I remember that so clear. Because it was like, surely the teacher wouldn't say it. But that's when it all kicked in for me. It was like, I've been told so many times. And even if it wasn't the coach saying it, it's still those other 2 people who told me believe it anyway. That's the thing.
Obviously it was a very hot day. And as I said, I struggled with the nutrition and stuff. Like, my muscles feel fine. I just felt like I had no energy. Must have been just over halfway, and the train came past. and my nan and my brother and my missus were on the train. So literally I was like, kind of needed a bit of a boost. I'm like jogging along on the flat section, needed a bit of a boost, and I literally looked to the right and I saw them all on the train, you know, waving and that, and then I was like, right, that's it. I'm gonna get to that station before they, you know, before the cut-off point where they have to go back down.
All right.
You're almost there, you're almost at the top.
Where is it? Stop there.
Obviously I was lucky enough that my family came with me, and that was massive, to be honest, because it was nice to see kind of, you have everyone's support, and obviously it was a big day for us, a family.
How are you, Annie? Oh.
Love your toe.
Thanks for coming up. Make sure you don't miss your train. We've got 8 minutes. Oh. Thank you, mate, and you.
Do you want them with the... No, I mean with the end or that? Rocks already.
Right now, my legs feel like a 3, 4 out of 10. As in, 3, 4 out of 10 pain. So I've still got a lot in the reserves. Just more nervous now. I keep thinking in my head that I should be feeling no pain at all. But then I got to remember, I'm like, oh, the bottom of my foot hurts. This isn't going to be good, but this is literally the whole reason I'm here. For it to hurt and then me to keep going. I still need to doubt it myself. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. We love you, brother. Fun. My body felt okay, I just felt like I had no energy.
Yeah.
I just felt zapped. And I was like, oh, I'm banging trouble here.
Did you eat enough beforehand?
I felt like I did, but maybe not enough substance, not complex carbohydrates.
Yeah.
I need to get pasta. I've got pasta on me, but I need to eat pasta. Chicken, shit like that. I was just running on a lot of sugar, do you know what I mean?
That's it. Out in Utah in March.
I got a Sikh banana.
Yeah.
Sikh banana. The run on the way down was actually really fun.
Yeah.
I don't like running, but I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
I was really loving it. And then you get a bit chippy, you start talking to everyone,
that's
you're like,
it,
well done.
Yeah, that's
Someone with Parkinson's shirt on, you're like, great cause, well done.
I think the best thing about me and the worst thing about me is that I try to put on a positive persona. So you could see me one day and I could be the best I've ever felt in my whole life, and you could see me the next day and I'm the lowest I've ever felt in my whole life. And I don't think many people would know the difference. Yeah, it's probably one of my worst traits in fairness, because people never know how you're doing, how you're getting on, what's going on in your life. But yeah, when I'm at my lowest, I'm in my lowest slumps, I just get up and brush my teeth, have a shower, a bit of moisturiser on maybe, and go and do my thing. Because the way I see it is, no problem I could have could be worse than the things that people are facing every day in their everyday lives or in the world. So I just try and apply a bit of perspective and think, okay, I might be in my lowest slump, but I'm not going to bring everyone else down with me. It's my issue, it's my fight, it's my problem. And that's heavily toxic, like that's really, really bad for you mentally. But then I kind of just bottle all of that up until I have a game to referee or a game of football to play, and then it all just comes out. Yeah, sport's definitely my coping mechanism.
Hold on, mate. How are you feeling?
Oh, fuck.
Same.
I can do one more.
Good shit. How many have you done?
2.
Good man.
Yeah, right.
Good luck, fella. This is my second.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying. Good shit, bro. I've never been in more pain in my life. Let's go.
complaining. You're alright. Nearly there, Ted. You know how it's going to feel when you get to the top. Let's go. How are you feeling, man? I agree. Oh. I'm alright. I've started to cramp now, but we drill on. I mean, the views are unreal. Let's try it. Come on. Oh, no, running. It's gone. Okay, everything is cramping. Ah! What are you going to do? Walk on through it. This is good. This is what we need. This is what therapy really is. Well done, everybody. And well done, mate. And back down. Hooray. Just what I want to do now. Can we get a bit of speed on? Is it possible? Right, so you've got a hour 10 to get down. Cool. Roger that.
Waiting for Ted to come back from his second lap. The race app is down, so we actually can't track where he is, which is very annoying.
He's mountain gate down lap 4, so he should be coming in not too soon then.
Me and Joe have put our Find Our Friends on, and Ted has not got enough phone charge to do it, so we're waiting probably a little bit early until Ted comes back. But we're looking out for a red top, which is what they gave us for the event, so everyone has a red top. So yeah, a bit annoyed about the race app, but hopefully he'll be back soon. I reckon within the next 10 minutes he'll be back. And then that makes a 2 hour and 15 time, which is good. Well under what we need. I need your number.
You want my number?
No. Don't ask. Well done, mate. How was it this time?
Lovely. Still hit time.
Well done, well done. Thank you very much.
20 minutes to spare.
So I need you to pins.
Do I got shorts or bag? Shorts.
Oh, got to do that one.
Yeah, I'll do this one. We'll do that one.
Oh, it's soaking, mate. What have you done here?
Mr. Stubbs.
I think I hit 215. How I hit 215. Yeah, I got him now. Many tears were shed. I actually didn't run on the way up, like not once. I just marched it.
Probably sensible though.
Yeah, and then on the way down I had it. But when I was up to past the shingles on the way to the summit, just my entire right leg.
That last bit you climb up, you mean?
Yeah. My quad went, like fully cramped. And I was like, I've just got to keep going for it. I was like, I can't stop or it will just come worse. Yeah. And then about 10 seconds later, my calf went. And I was like, fuck this, got to keep on going. And then my fucking groin went. I was running with 3 unbelievably painful cramps.
You've got to get some salt in you, haven't you?
Yeah. It was really weird. I was in so much pain and in the worst state of my life. I was literally sobbing on the way down.
How do you feel now?
All right. Weirdly, my muscles are just fine. How does that happen? My muscles are just like okay now.
I think they were just throwing their toys out the pram.
I was running up. I was crying. I was like, this is what real therapy is. This is what real therapy is. God.
For me, I find when I'm in a difficult situation, physically and emotionally difficult situation, if I can teach myself to keep cracking on, hitting pace, hitting whatever, just achieving and just not giving up, that's when I find for myself, my confidence grows, my self-belief grows, and I think that's how my head works, and I think it's good for a lot of people. We live easy lives a lot of the time, and we need a bit more pain, and I think that's what works for my head.
That was the deepest pain cave I've ever been in my entire life. And just a million thoughts, things that happened in the past. I mean, it's even like weird. It's not even specific things. It goes well beyond physical pain. Once I get back to the respite area, I'm not allowed to moan anymore.
Moan-free zone.
No, yeah.
Also, it's a silent zone now, so if you're going to moan, you have to moan in your head.
I'm just moan inside.
Write it down and throw it out.
So I'll set an alarm, but if for some reason don't go off, just wait down.
Bedtime.
So this is my second leg, which has got to be leg 5 now? 6. No, 6. Leg 6. The last one I really sussed out the route and how to run it, what to save my energy for, etc. But now I won't be able to see the route, so I've got to try and do that in the darkness, which is not going to be easy.
There we go, nice one.
Thank you, mate. How is it, beautiful?
All good? Yeah, man.
Right,
it's windy at the top. Yeah. It might get a little bit cold, but it's got a big boy.
Love you, Robert.
And you. This way, this way, this way, this way. Round.
Got too excited.
I've done that in 1:52.
Did you go faster than the first time?
Nah.
Case?
Nah, I went slightly slower by 4 minutes.
Is that...
Are you guessing?
No, that's spot on.
Yeah. 1:51.56.
Jesus. How are the legs?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah?
No. Nah, they're alright. Not too bad. When I had my first ever loss in boxing, it really changed my mentality within sport. The minute you lose in that ring, you know it's you. You know the reason why you lost is because you didn't do enough. When I lost my boxing match, it was heartbreaking because I felt like I didn't do what I wanted to do. I didn't do good enough for myself. So after that, I always said I'm never going to lose because you're trying to seek that whole validation from yourself that you can push yourself to do that one challenge in front of you. Everyone has their perceived limits, and I want to break past my perceived limits to prove to myself that I could do anything I put my mind to. As long as we hit the 10 mark, I'm happy. Whether we hit 10, 11, 12, I don't care. I just want 10, and I want to hit 10 nice and easy with everyone doing it together. I think we will. I don't think anyone's going to struggle from now on. This is Joe's second. I've done 2. Ted's done 2. Ted's got 2 more. I've got 1 more. Joe's got 1 more. So all in all, I think we're flying. I've got to be quiet now. Should I talk like Ryan to the mic? I've got to be quiet now.
definitely did fall asleep. But you know when you're like, you know when you're on the verge, you're not really sure if you're falling asleep or not. I feel a lot more awake than I did before. I woke up, had a load of food, and I had a load of these things, so I feel alright. I'm just worried for the cramping, but there's nothing I can do about that. Here we go.
Joe. Good shit, bro.
Hi man, how are you? Fucking beast in it, bro. Top man. Oh yeah. Good luck, guys. Enjoy, brother.
Hands down the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. That second leg was solitary, lonely, really challenging. It was just me, my poles, and a rucksack pretty much. There weren't many other people on the track. I didn't recognise the route that I had run 4 hours earlier. There was no family waiting for me at the top. Obviously you're climbing non-stop. And I got to the summit. I stood there for a couple of minutes and kind of gathered my thoughts, you know, got my surroundings. Now in the time from me reaching the summit and coming down towards the railway station, it had all clouded over and misted over. And obviously the head torch at that point just illuminates the mist. You can't see anything in front of you. And you know you're 3,000 feet in the air, running on a wet surface. Yeah, that was pretty terrifying. So, yeah, that second leg was, I would say, hands down, one of the defining core moments of my life. Like, I will never forget that experience. But I'm all the stronger for it, I think, 100%. My granddad was in my thoughts, and it kind of put it into perspective for me. That was the hardest thing I've ever done. But it can't have been harder than what he went through. So yeah, as difficult as it was, it just doesn't compare to what some people have gone through. And I feel closer to him for that experience as well.
You just need to get some rest now, don't you?
Just my joints.
Which joints?
Hips, knees and ankles. Well, ankles
Right.
my fault. I've rolled it on the flat bit. So
I think I knew I couldn't go again. My muscles felt all right, I mean, as well as they could have done. But it was my left hip and my right knee that weren't my friends. And, you know, a month out from the new football season, I didn't want to take any chances on my joints. I mean, a minor muscle injury wouldn't have been the end of the world, but I think a long-term injury on a crucial joint would have been a nightmare. So yeah, I knew at that point I'd got what I wanted to get out of the experience, I think, and I knew that being sensible and listening to my body wouldn't hurt me.
You want to swap jobs? I don't think there's been so much like delusion in my life. Like, fucked. I'm proper fucked. But now it's like, it's just a clock in my head, trying to work out what time I need to get. So Joe could go again and then Ted could go.
I think Joe's going again.
Yeah, that was Joe's second. Joe got one more.
So I think Joe said he's not going to go again because of his joints. Which means it'd be on you for us to get the 10.
Okay, it's fun. I could do that. Put that boy in a tub full of ibuprofen gel now. okay. Couldn't tell me that would go down, Ollie.
What? Thought that John had already told you. So that's going to be you and Ted both doing 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Both on 4. My blisters are killing me. The back of my right leg is killing me. My head is like trying to wake up as we walk. Like, this is ridiculous. It is what it is, but
We were all at 4, potentially 4.5, maybe even 5 hours rest, and now he's only going to have. Well, we worked it out. He's going to have 2.5 on the dot. That's what we need. 2.5 on the dot.
So if he gets in dead on 7:30, that means we've got 2.5 hours each, which doable, but gonna be tight. Yeah, proper tight. Especially my legs are tight. These things are so annoying. I'm nervous to hit 10. So far, I've done 1:48, 1:51. I've just got to try and get 2 hours. Give us a good half hour. That's an extra 15 minutes onto each one of our last times. And just go absolutely beast mode on it. Because if I do this one nice and quick, then the last one's going to be a doddle. Now it's getting brighter. I've really got no excuses. Except from it could be a little bit wet out there. This is the most I've ever run now. Oh. Oh, not done yet.
That was horrid.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Good idea this time. How are you feeling?
How you feeling, Trav? Yeah.
You hurting?
Let's go.
Are you hurting?
A little bit. But I mean,
good man.
When are we not?
When are we not?
No pain, no gain. Only one, Johnny Bingham.
Good, those salt tablets work so well. No cramp at all. Good luck, Trav. Go on, mate. Yeah, no cramp whatsoever. We had some news. Joe's out.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking the only way then that we can do 10 is if I go as soon as he's back.
Yep.
Fuck.
So we worked out we need 2:30 splits as well. Like
we need to do it in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
So I need to.
A little bit faster than that because that was from 4:30.
Well, it's 4:40 now. So then if Travis does it in 2.5 hours.
2:20, and then the rest of it will be 2:30.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do it that fast. I physically don't think I'm going to be able to do it that fast. Can I take that? Yeah. That's so annoying. Did he roll his ankle? Fair enough. He looked absolutely destroyed when he came back, to be fair. Running up in the dark was just so hard. Like you had no idea where you were going. You couldn't work out how far you had left. I don't think I'm going to have any good words of wisdom this time. It fucking hurt, and that was about it. It was dark. I couldn't see anything. Oh, the other thing that was annoying, I was running down, and I was like, I knew in my head Joe had dropped out. I got there and he was beyond gone. Like, fair play to him. He fucking gave his heart, didn't he? And that's all you can ask. Good luck, fella.
Thank you.
And yeah, I was running. I was like, I'm gonna have to do it so fast before we can do 10. If Travis comes back and does fast in 2:30 now as well, what God?
Call John Bingham. Hello, mate. I'm on my way down. Is Joe going? Alright, I'm not going to be able to go again. My legs are fucking shot out proper. So whether we all... I'm up for walking it with Joe if he wants to just get that third. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to go again, mate. I'm fucking done in. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Third leg was awful. I think it was a mental battle of, as I was going up, that's the point where it was like, I want to turn back. I don't want to do this anymore. That was that point. I literally got onto the bit of flat, started to run, and my legs just wouldn't let me move. It felt like I literally couldn't run, because the easy bit was the running between the hiking, like it let stress off my back and stuff like that. But the minute I started running, my legs just felt like they were pounding constantly. My legs are slowly giving up on me. And I was fighting that mental battle the whole way up, to the point of then again it was me going, oh, the way down's gonna be so easy, I'm gonna love the way down. And I just remembered spinning around, started to come down, and the way down was the worst bit of that whole third leg, because it was just constant pounding on my legs. One thing that helped the team out was me calling John as I was coming down to let him know to get the next person ready. It was at that point where I was a bit like, I can't do the next one. I literally called John. I remember I really wanted to cry. Like, I was in so much pain, so much agony. I was so done that I just wanted to turn around and cry.
When we got that call, we knew that the 10 target was over.
So what we're doing now is a nice little team stroll to the top with the 4 hours, 55 minutes or whatever it is we have left. Have a nice beer at the top together.
What beer we got?
Heineken. Heineken.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
I've never competed in a running event. Joe's never competed in a running event. We've actually got no right on competing. We just came here to do 10, and for somehow we're actual competitors. The only people that are above us are teams of 4 and 5. So, Snowdon, completed it, mate.
Always look good, mate. Always looking on top there. Good luck, fella. This is nice.
Achieved a lot that day, and it was a bit disappointing we didn't hit the 10, but we gave it our best. We put everything into it.
I would do it again. I would do something like that again. I feel like it's filled me with a lot of confidence to go out, try more challenges, new things. I'm a bloody ultra runner now.
There was no sense of failure. I don't think we failed. I was just incredibly proud with our achievement. I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so. And I think above being proud of what I've done, I think he would have been prouder and happier to see us all as a family at the end, have a big hug at the bottom of that mountain. I think there would have been a big smile on his face, seeing us all come together in that moment, united and his memory blessing.
Even though we did 9 after each other, officially, because me and Travis did do the final one together, technically as a team we did do it 10 times. Not on the race results, we only did it 9, but we did it 10. We did it 10.
And we won! We were so focused on getting the 10 that we didn't realise until the end that we actually came first place team of 3. So we got to go on a podium. That was cool.
No matter what you're facing in life, no matter what your challenge is, no matter what your greatest obstacle is, whether that's a mountain or 10 rounds of therapy, when you go to that deepest, darkest place in your mind, never ever lose hope. You'll make it to the end, you'll make it to the bottom, and you'll come out as a stronger person every time.
As a kid, I would always try and look for validation from teachers, peers and coaches, but as I've got older, the only validation I really wanted is validation from myself. People let me know pretty clearly that they didn't think I was capable of doing half the stuff that I've done. I firmly believe that if you never try, you'll never succeed. So I just want to prove to everyone that the more that you do try, the closer you'll get to success.
So if you're someone out there who's thinking of doing their first event, a marathon, half marathon, a 5K, anything, the most important thing to remember is that your body is so much more capable than what your mind is telling you. Remember that, and you will be able to smash any goal you set in front of you.